Uh, oh boy. Oh boy, it's time for not even an album. A I guess single um demo by the band Cherish. How did I hear about this band? I don't know. Or I do know. It's a long story though. It's very confusing. I was at a camp and there's a little someone heard about this band and they told my friend the story and I overheard it. So I decided, why not react to this since I haven't listened to it? I heard it was very bad. But it's 3 songs. The single is called Demo 1. Let's start off with the first one. It's called Did You Think? Okay. So first of all, you got some nice white noise in the beginning. Some out of tune chords, always very nice. And it seems we have a 2 chord progression so far. The second chord was not bad. I actually quite liked it, but of course it's out of tune and behind white noise. And now we got the echoey vocals, so it's off to a great start. Okay, so I think they were going for a style. I think they were going for like a indie slacker kind of muted kind of sound, which is not a bad sound. But you usually don't want to listen to that forever. So, we're about halfway through the first song. I have no idea what the lyrics are. I heard "Did you think?" but I heard like maybe 1 or 2 other words. I actually I like the ideas, but it's mixed with the most horrible production. The singing is out of tune every other note, and the drums are, to put it nicely, awful. You can't hear them. They're just bogged down, and you can only hear like it's just the spectrum right here. This is like how good it is, or how much they could have made the song. This is what it actually is. It's taken all the good parts out of it and made them horrible. Yeah, I'm making music on GarageBand that sounds better than this, so I mean, they could use GarageBand Mobile, maybe. Just ends like that. Okay, well, it just ended. That was Did You Think? It just ended immediately without a good ending. So, thoughts about that track? Alright, so, so I'm not sure what just happened. My computer went die. So, I'm just gonna wrap up my thoughts real quick, just in case you didn't capture them. Okay, so my thoughts were every part of the song, or every instrument, every idea was decent. It wasn't great. It didn't really have much of a structure during the second half, and it just ended randomly, but there was some kind of idea there. But the thing was, the guitar had some white noise, and the tone was awful, and some of the strings are out of tune. And then the vocals, like half of those lines are out of tune, and the effect was so echoey and distorted and muffled that I could barely understand any of the lyrics. and it was a bit out of tune. And then the drums, just, I don't even know, they're just awful. The drums are decent, but the production on them was awful. And the bass, I just couldn't really hear it because the recording was awful. So, yeah, that was the first song. Not great. Next is called Capsule. So Did You Think was just over 2 minutes. This is just under. Started off somewhat promising. The drum fill intro was a little all over the place, but you know, it kind of got you a little into it, got you interested. The guitar in the beginning, I mean, the tone and the drums still sounded awful, but it sounded pretty good, pretty interesting. And then the singing came in. It was a male voice, and then of course the female voice that we heard earlier. I have no idea what the male voice said. Female voice, no. But it's slightly better. The vocals are mixed awfully. They're way too high. They're too loud over the rest of the track. The bass, I don't even know if there is a bass. And like, it's not even in tune. The vocals are way worse here than they were on the last track. Okay. That was Capsule. Lyrics, no idea. They were out of tune as well. So, yeah. I think everything was recorded on an iPhone, like, buried inside of a carpet. Like, I have a carpet down there, so imagine just, you take an iPhone, right? You start the recording, and you just go, alright, are you ready? Are you ready? Alright, let's go. Just dunk it into the carpet and be like, good. You know, I don't know how they heard all this and went, this is good, let's do this. And my biggest question is, it was released in 2020. There are recordings from like the 70s that sound better than that. About the same as the other song, except a little more structure to it, but the performance on the vocals was a lot worse. Now we got the final song called Cherish. It is almost 4.5 minutes long, so I'm excited to see what they do with that much time compared to just 2 minutes. Starting off with the white noise and the out-of-tune guitar. My question is, are they tuning it to be out of tune? Who knows? So that's not bad. I actually quite like this. If the production was better and it was a little, I mean, I get the effect. I get they're trying to go for a bit more like a dampened sound, muffled sound, which is good to an extent, but I think it's done a little bit too much here. But I like the idea of this. It could have been done better. It seems that the guitarist only knows one chord and the bassist only knows one note. They're just like, what if you repeat that for 20 seconds? Oh, they just went off on the out-of-tune. Give yourself a break. So come on, guys. Decent instrumental. Not as bad as the other ones. Production's still bad though. I mean, I guess I just keep saying production's bad, but I mean, it's true. Yo, that was good. I actually really like that, but think that sound we heard was just him picking it up from the ground. All right, so that was Demo 1 by Cherish, and I think the name suits it well because that sounds like exactly what it was. They just put the phone down on the carpet and played whatever they could. And I have to say, that last song wasn't as bad as the others. I think this whole thing could have been a lot better if it was just instrumental. I think the lyrics do detract from it a lot. But I think the main thing is they could have just been produced better, and if they spent a little more time re-recording the vocals, making sure they were in tune, making sure the drums sound good, the guitar, bringing out the bass a little bit more, adding some guitars, doing some mixing, maybe one guitar's popping out here, doing a little bit of chimes, the other one's playing some chords down here, and the bass is boom, 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 thundering throughout your ears, and the drums are filling all over the place, and the vocals are just soaring around. I think I knew what they were going for. They were going for kind of a muffled, kind of indie kind of sound, which is a perfectly good sound, but I think they pushed it a little too far at the expense of their sound. And, if they did a remixed or remastered version and just fixed all those issues, this wouldn't be too bad. I like the style, I like where it's going. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Actually, no, I'm being too forgiving. Like, just listen to this. Yeah, vocals really do detract. I'm gonna give this a light 3 out of 10. Cherish, if somehow you're watching this, if you would like to send me over your recordings, or if you would like to get into touch with me, we can work together, and I'd be happy to produce your single. Thank you for watching. That was my reaction to Cherish. Make sure to check them out on Spotify if you don't want to support them, if you want to support them. But that's all from me. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.